Then the next speaker is Brian Talbert. Mr. Talbert.
I would like to thank y'all for allowing me to speak this evening. I want to speak about the anti-Trump Russian rally that was held here in Charlotte. That's what's led me to come here and speak before you this evening. Here's the question. What are the events that have led to Charlotte coming on the radar of a country like Russia? The very rhetoric that comes out of the mouth of our elected leaders are what has caused what they were looking for. Some of the hate-filled comments that you have spoken about our fellow Charlotteans who are Trump supporters have even made national news, such as Dimple Ashmere, who has said Charlotteans who voted for Trump will have no voice in Charlotte government. Ms. Ashmere, our forefathers wrote in the Constitution to prevent dreams like that from coming true. You will never silence us, and you will never hold that power. To Luana Mayfield, who said President Trump is a white supremacist, and that to anyone who voted for him supports that as well. Ms. Mayfield, people like you scare me. You scream anything that you know that will shock the masses, such as racism. You couldn't care less that you have nothing to back that up with. People like you thrive on racism. It keeps people thinking that they're victims in order to get their vote. Then we have Mayor Val Lyles, who is our leader, a leader who, on the first day of early voting, mocked a member of the LGBT community who was voting for her opponent. That person was me, Val Lyles. And I think you owe me and every other LGBT conservative in the city an apology for the way that you acted. Because when you ran for office, you said that you were a supporter of the LGBT community. That should include all of us. Okay? Then we get to, finally, Braxton Winston, who led me to come here tonight. Because, Mr. Winston, the rhetoric coming out of your mouth has been to call for the impeachment of Donald Trump without any evidence for colluding with Russians. Mr. Winston, here's a picture of you speaking at that Russian rally. I want to know why you should be held to different standards than what you asked for President Trump. So with this, these Russians were indicted by the Department of Justice. Charlotte was mentioned in that indictment. They held that rally here. What made us come on the radar of that government, a foreign enemy? You have to understand that your words have consequences. And when you speak hate about your fellow citizens in Charlotte, people are listening. And apparently Russia was listening. So I would like to know, since our city was somewhat, so to speak, invaded, what are y'all planning on doing about that so that never happens again? I would suggest that you watch what you say about your fellow citizens here in Charlotte, because we voted for Trump, and we have just as much right, power, and voice as what you do. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. We have Ms. Adams.